Welcome to Rising Startup of Latvia, supported by Investment and Development Agency of Latvia and FUKUOKA IS Global Startup Center. Thank you for joining us today. I'm today's MC Akiko from Global Startup Center. Nice to meet you all. And here we have Global Startup member Yoshi, Ko, and Mumu, the director of Global Startup Center. And we have special friend of Global Startup Center, Mr. Era. So we kidnapped him when he's passed by our center today. So he's very special friend guest today's event. So we have Anna and Alina from LIAA here as well. So before we start the meeting, I would like to ask you to mute your microphone and turn off your video during the event. I appreciate your cooperation. And let me start with a brief introduction of today's program. We'll start with the introduction of Global Startup Center and LIAA. Then Coffee Pixel will introduce their experience in FUKUOKA City. And we invite 5 startups from Latvia and our consultation session follows. So let's start with the first program, the introduction of FUKUOKA City Global Startup Center. The FUKUOKA City Global Startup Center is run by the city government, and we are the contact window and the executive unit for foreign startups and entrepreneurs. Our motto is a part of your team. Once you contact us, we are your first team member in Japan. We work with you, we execute projects together. Even more, we sometimes do tasks on behalf of you. FUKUOKA City has 15 partner institutions in 11 countries. We signed MOU to provide mutual support for startups in that region. Let me introduce some of merits of starting business from Fukuoka when you expand your business in the Japanese market. The first point I should say is because of Global Startup Center. We are the one-stop support center for foreign startups run by the local government. You cannot find such organization in Japan. The second point is our location. Once you set up the business here, you have the market not only in Japan, it can be extended to Korea, Taiwan, and China, neighbor countries. Fukuoka can be the gateway to Asian market as well. Next one is the compactness. Compared to the big cities like Osaka, Tokyo, Fukuoka is a bit smaller, but this is a big advantage of us. It's not crowded, less competitive, and because of that, we have strong community. Once you get into the community, it's easier to make networks. Another point should be the cheap living cost compared to the other big cities. It's important for startups to save your living costs so that you can spend more for developing your business. I would like to remark this point as well. We are currently selected by the Japanese government as one of the candidate cities for competing to become Japan's next international financial center. The Japanese government is aware of not only our achievement in the startup field, but also the potential as a global city. Let's dig into our services. What GSC providing? As you can see, our services are broad and wide range and available at any stage of your business. Visa is the most important when you live and do business abroad, and startup visa provides you at least 6 months to 1 year period to do market research and prepare for starting your business here in Japan before you invest. Incorporation, since we have experience of incorporation, we can give you concrete advice, not only introducing an English-speaking incorporation lawyer, we can even support your tax-related matters after setting up the company. In case of need, we also support marketing and fundraising, of course. We are now focusing on business matching. What I like to emphasize in our business matching, we have strong connection with not only startups, but also big companies. Moreover, we have good relationship with the local government and public organization as well. So we can arrange very specific business matching, not just introducing each other. And this business matching service is available for any startups. That means even if you're in Latvia or any other countries without having a company here in Japan, moreover, without coming to Japan, we are happy to offer our networks for you to find your potential partners. I'm sure now you're wondering the actual case we have been working with. Let me introduce some of them. I like to start with the case of business matching between Israeli startup and Japanese company. TopKit is an agri-tech startup from Israel. They are specialized in hydroponics. We get to know them through our partner institutions. NTT is the biggest telecommunication company in Japan, and NTT Agri Technology is the first company in NTT Group focusing on agriculture and ICT. We introduced the unique hydroponic system of TopKit to NTT. Not only just arranging the meeting, we communicated both parties fluently and supported the communication and initiated the signed NDA as for the first step for their collaboration. Our network is broad, so we connect with companies not only in Fukuoka but also outside of Fukuoka if we find any synergies. Our priority is being a part of your team and find the best possibilities. The second project is about localization. Stigo is portable bicycle in Estonia, but we didn't have exactly the same vehicle in Japan, so that firstly we had to find out the classification of a Stigo. It always happens when you introduce something new to the new market. We had to understand laws and regulations regarding vehicle, then find out it's classified as a motorcycle in Japan. Then we find another big problem. The biggest problem was indicator light. Original Seagull didn't have the indicator light. However, motorcycle here must have them. Since the manufacturer doesn't like add new system to on the existing product, we had to investigate the regulations again carefully to find the best solution with minimum customization. Then we found out that in Japan, the vehicle with maximum speed of less than 20 km per hour, they don't need indicator lights. So we decided to change the maximum speed accordingly. We also found the importer for them, and now you can enjoy Stigo on the public road in Japan. The next case is about finding a partner for pilot projects. ECO is a comprehensive educational platform which connect the student, parents, and teacher and administrative. And 80% of schools in Estonia are using these services. And we thought it has many possibilities in Japan. This picture was taken at the MOU signing ceremony between IKU and a private university in Fukuoka. They agreed to the pilot project together in Japan. At first, IKU were looking for some schools for the test marketing, but we found it unrealistic to start it with many schools. We always propose the most realistic strategies, and we chose one university which belongs to one of the biggest private educational groups in Japan. Our intention was if they get agreement with the university, there is a possibility to do the trial at their group schools in elementary to high school level. At first, on behalf of ECO, we had a meeting with the university to explain the efficiency of the services. Then we set up the meeting with ECO and the university. It made it easier for both sides to proceed discussion because we already shared the initial concept. It didn't take much time to agree to sign MOU. Actually, it's been just 2 months since we met equal for the first time. The pilot project was taking place in the high school of the educational group. This is our way of business matching, which is specific and based on realistic strategy. If you're thinking of establishing our company here in Fukuoka, here is the example case of our support. Robo is a startup from St. Petersburg, Russia. We got to know them through our partner institution, Ingria Technopark. Their business is offering robotics, coding, and 3D printing classes in educational institutions. When we had a pitch competition in St. Petersburg with Technopark, Robo won the Fukuoka Award and invited to Fukuoka for attending an international startup event. The CEO was willing to set up a company here in Fukuoka to expand their business in Japan. While he was in Fukuoka, it was only a couple of days. We arranged a meeting with the incorporation lawyer and supported to establish his company, Robo Japan. Not only just supporting the setting up the company, we found them a reliable person who had experience of working with foreign startups. Now he is the representative of Robo Japan in Fukuoka. We are also supporting their tax-related matters such as notification to the tax office and annual tax declaration and so on. So that I'd like to introduce our collaboration with Latvian startup Coffee Pixel. They joined FUKUOKA event at Latitude 59 in 2018, and they won FUKUOKA Award. The same as Robot, they were invited to FUKUOKA. We hit off a relationship and connected them to a popular coffee shop in Fukuoka called Seedbread, an online marketplace. Seedbread agreed to be an importer, and Coffee Pixels is popular goods at the cafe. We will welcome Livis, and he will speak about his experience later today in this event. So this is our explanation, our introduction of Global Startup Center. So I would like to introduce Anna from LIAA.
Yes, hello everyone. So my name is Anna, and I'm very glad that we have this opportunity to organize a webinar for startups with GSC FUKUOKA organization. I will just share my screen. So, yep, can you see it? Yep. So we are from Latvia, as you noticed, and a small but mighty country in Europe. And a few reasons why would you choose to do business with Latvia? So we have equal treatment for foreign investors and direct language with the government institutions. And as you know, we are a government institution, so you can freely come talk to us if you're a company. Also, we have a really, really good connectivity in the Baltics to other countries from our airport. And also there is going to be the Rail Baltica by 2026. There is zero corporate income tax on reinvested profit. There are lots of incentive for innovations and the smart business development, and the company registration is also really quick. So yeah, and one more point. So among the OECD countries in the International Tax Competitiveness Index, we are the #2. Furthermore, we are quite reaching the top rankings in some of these topics. So such as we are #1 in the EU with the largest share of women in management, and the most startup friendly country according to the Index Ventures statistics just this year. We're also #1 in the Baltics in innovations. So that's one thing that we really, really welcome and support in Latvia. Then of course, #4 in the EU in e-government, #19 in the world in doing business ranking according to the World Bank. And we're also very welcoming the eID and digital ID for the remote access for government services. So this is also very much supported and developed at the moment. About us, so what is LIAA, what is Investment and Development Agency of Latvia do? We have approximately 300 employees, about 20 representative offices around the world, which is really helpful, especially in organizing events like this. 4 departments, and these are the 4 main topics that we work in. So it's investment, trade, innovation, and tourism. And more in detail, so what are our main actions? So we do promote the foreign trade and investment attraction, and of course the development of local businesses. As I already mentioned, we do support the innovative entrepreneurship and technology transfer through cooperation between the research and business sectors, and also, of course, the government institutions. We do promote the development of tourism as much as it's possible during these times, hopefully also more after the COVID pandemic. And we do manage the activities co-financed by the EU funds and other foreign financial instruments. And of course, the state aid program implementation. As this event is more aimed for startups, then I would like to also quickly mention that we have the startup visa program here. If you are non-EU startups, for example, from Japan or other countries, then you are also welcome to apply for the startup visa here. And their just main criteria are that you have a sound, innovative startup idea, which you can describe in a free form. The visa is issued for a maximum of 3 years, which you have to renew each year. But of course, you can prolong it after that, also when you have established a business here. And it's also for up to 5 co-founders in a team, plus the family members. And if you are interested to contact us, then of course, we also promote the advisory support, both about the startup visa, about the support programs, incentives and projects, and investment, the technology transfer and product development, partnerships, new markets, such as Japan, for example, and other challenges. On the right side, you can see also our website and the startup guide, which was just issued recently, a few months ago. And we welcome you on our website and the email, which is below. Now, I would like to give a word to Alina, who is the head representative of the LIAA office in Japan. So please, Alina, you can take the stage.
Thanks, Anna. Hello, everyone. My name is Alina, and I'm representative of Investment and Development Agency of Latvia in Japan. Our office is located in Tokyo at the Embassy of Latvia. So in the slides, you will see my contact details. So we are your first contact point in Japan if you're interested to do business with Latvia, or if you're interested to travel to Latvia. As you see, our main functions here is to promote information about Latvia, about the opportunities to invest, about the opportunities to do business with Latvia for Japanese companies. And we provide this information to any company in Japan, starting from a big corporation to a small startup company. So please feel free to contact us. And for Latvian entrepreneurs, we provide services such as business matching with Japanese companies. We help organize trade missions. We also support companies which participate at exhibitions at our national pavilions. And we also support companies organizing individual meetings here in Japan. And also our third big mission is to promote Latvian tourism here in Japan. Currently, we do it online, organizing different kind of webinars and introducing our country via digital tools. So as I said, please free to contact me if you have interest about Latvia, about doing business in Latvia, and you can send your queries both in English and Japanese. Thank you. And I would like to thank FUKUOKA GSC for helping us organizing this event. I think it's a great first step for our further collaboration. So I'm wishing everyone having a nice time today and have an interesting and insightful event. Thanks.
Thank you, Alina. So I guess we can now move on with the program. So I would like to welcome Raivis from Coffee Pixels.
Hello.
We can see you. The sound is a little bit not so good, but we can see you, yes.
Can I share my screen then?
Yes.
Let's try. Keynote. Okay. Just a second. I see that there's screen sharing is not happening.
It should be the green button.
You can share your screen.
Yeah, I'm trying. Just a second. So maybe I can just explain without sharing the screen because pictures are not that much. There I will try to be rather focused and explain how Coffee Pixels has really experienced Japan and still is experiencing Japan in the way, because with our win in the Latitude 59 competition, specifically for FUKUOKA Startup Center, we actually started a relationship with Japan that grew into something that we never thought would actually happen. So at this point, just a second, I think I'll manage to share the screen because yeah, still would be beneficial. Okay. Okay, and so maybe then now.
Are you using
Okay,
the
here
Zoom
it is.
app or it's...
Yeah, I just. Do you see the screen now?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, I will just make it. Okay. So yes, we participated as Coffee Pixels company in Latitude 59, where FUKUOKA Startup Center made this side competition for startups to actually tackle Japanese market. It was a venture. It was not our main focus at that point, but we met people from FUKUOKA team, and we did our best to actually deliver the presentation, because we, from one side, the Japanese market seemed very interesting for us and our product, which is edible coffee that you see on the screen. But also we noticed in the same time that delegation from Japan showed a lot of interest in our product. So with this good energy combined, we actually got into winning this competition, and we took second place in the overall startup pitch competition. So it took a bit more than a bit long, about 1 year for us to arrive actually in FUKUOKA. And I see in on the screen we have a Momo-san who was great assistant for us to actually manage everything, because it was not easy from the start. But yes, we got further, and I spent beautiful, if I'm correct, 3 or 4 days in FUKUOKA, where I met people from FUKUOKA Startup Center, where I met the main reason really to go there, the founder and owner of Seed Village Coffee Counter, Tane-san, who we spent time together. We understood each other better, and really, I think one of the main benefits after being in FUKUOKA and then coming back actually was finding out about Japanese market and about Japanese culture. I think that is a very important aspect when anyone really thinks about going to Japan and building business. The culture is quite different. The market is quite different. The opportunities are really large, but also the competition is really large. So I would really invite any startup who is actually thinking about the Japanese market. One is to research the market, to get as close as possible to Japanese culture, and to learn what could be the benefit of the product, because the market is very saturated, and there are a lot of innovative things that people in Europe cannot really imagine at some points. So I had a visit in FUKUOKA. I had a meeting with official persons, and I also had a meeting with less official, but in also the same time as important people who are actually distributing coffee pixels in FUKUOKA. So in the middle, on the picture on the right, you see Tane-san and his beautiful wife in the Seed Village coffee shop. In our relationship, also multiple digital activities happen, like co-founding activity, where significant amount of coffee pixels was sold. Also, I must say that the prices that the product was sold was rather high because of the low volumes, but the results were pretty significant for us, and I think we were quite happy with the result. Also, we got into the few articles, not just digital articles, but also in the printed magazine, and that built a ground experience for us in Japan, and also I could say that built for us a track record in Japan that later, without really intention and maybe even with connection with FUKUOKA, but the next slide you see that this is 2 years ago when Coffee Pixels raised 200,000 investment from a Japanese company. The gentleman on the right is Mr. Saraya, and the gentleman on the left is his representative in our company, Mr. Guter Pauli, one of the greatest environmental entrepreneurs in the world and authors, and he really connected us with the Japanese market. And now our project is growing, it's scaling up. Actually, we, because of multiple reasons, are also starting activities outside Latvia as in terms of operations. And one of the first goals for us now into the scale-up phase is actually to deliver product to a company which belongs to Mr. Saraya. We will start with United States as a market because that is very close where we will produce our product in Colombia. But the next step is really using the same network, the same investor support, and launching our product in not just Fukuoka, but in whole Japan. And the beauty is that we have a track record, we have a feedback from people, and we have also a business relationship with the partners in Japan. And we have no doubt about our readiness and also the market acceptability of our product. So I could say that it started from Fukuoka, but now we are really a partly Japanese company that is looking to grow not just in the United States, Europe, but also in Japan. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your presentation. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
It was a very nice presentation. Thank you so much. So now this is the main session of this today's event. So we would like to welcome the first presenter, 2 a.m.
So it should be Andrei, I think. I see he has joined.
Yes,
but
hello. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Hello, konnichiwa. My name is Andrei Shishkin. I'm a researcher from 2AM Company. 2AM Company is Latvian startup for advanced materials for aerospace sector. I'm going to present you and tell about cutting-edge technology for 3D printing for aerospace application.
Sorry for interrupting. Would you turn
Yes.
on your video and share your screen, please?
Like this? Can you cancel your sharing screen?
I'm sharing.
Okay.
To like this.
No, I think now it's okay. Yeah, I see the screen of Jane.
Yeah, it's fine. Now it's fine. Thank you.
So everybody can see my shared screen with presentation.
Yes, I see your screen.
Okay. So can I continue?
Yeah, please.
Today, I'm going to present you innovative material for aerospace application and 3D printing of a larger part. We're developing so-called aluminum, magnesium, scandium alloys which has origin in Soviet Union in 1970s and still successfully used in military rocket and space technology in Russia. Our team began to develop another level of aluminum magnesium scandium alloy, like next generation technology of use its aerospace for application in aerospace in Europe and whole world. We are currently developing high strength profile material, thin sheet material, and wire and powder material for additive manufacturing. We participate in a few projects, and shortly I represent you some summary of this project. Almascan project was dedicated for high strength aluminum magnesium scandium profiles, where we participated. By Airbus meaning if a material having 600 megapascal strength is deployed in stringers and additional improvement in the structural characteristic of from 8 to 10% are attainable. The material should be weldable and has density lower than 2.7 grams per cubic centimeter. The result of this project, we developed a material with characteristic higher than analogs has. Such results can be achieved only by way of ultra-fast crystallization. It's a specific technological process. If you have questions, I can answer later. Project IFML for innovative fiber metal laminates composite. The main objective of the project, its aircraft structure weight reduction for 13%, improved life cycle and corrosion resistant. We developed this material in tight collaboration with Fraunhofer Institute, Germany, Austrian Institute of Technology by Airbus operation. This result was highly noted by Airbus company. Designed material during IFML project has mechanical and cyclic test results better than currently used by GLAIR, trade name of material, which is currently used for aircraft A380 design. 2AM company main direction is wire production and tailoring for additive manufacturing. Modern tendency in additive manufacturing is to make parts bigger and bigger because current industry needs parts size meters and more, but currently it's limited by printer size. For these purposes, it's better to use wire additive manufacturing because of superior characteristical properties, lower cost, no waste, higher rate of deposition. And some specific motivation why we choose aluminum magnesium scandium alloys. Scalm alloy, it's kind of analog of aluminum lightweight alloys with scandium content, which already in use by Airbus in form also of some profiles, it's scalm alloy, in form of laminated sheet, and in form of scalm alloy RP for 3D printing. But Almascan, as you can see from left side diagram, has higher strength properties than currently used. This upper point, if you can see, it's Almascan properties tensile strength in comparison with scalm alloy, which is currently used. Almascan has great potential for 3D printing due to good weldability and processing, as I mentioned before. Here, a short summary of the main characteristics such as low density, high strength, high ductility, good weldability, and good corrosion resistant, and easy to recycle. Our company currently implementing a European funded project named Electromagnetic Process during solidification of nanoparticle strengthened light alloys for additive manufacturing. We're going to introduce nanoparticles into our new alloy, making metal matrix nanocomposites. Metal matrix nanocomposites is a kind of whole platform for development of new materials with high performance properties. We designed it from scratch, our new lab equipped with cutting-edge technology such as electromagnetic effects and metal hydrodynamics effects. Global market shows more significant growth for additive manufacturing, particularly in metal additive manufacturing. But as mentioned before, industry needs printed part bigger and bigger, and more companies pay attention for wire deposition, wire using in additive manufacturing processes. However, no technology is presently available to produce calibrated solid wire as feedstock for additive manufacturing in high strength alloy with aluminum magnesium system and metal matrix nanocomposite, which we are developing. Therefore, we plan to open a factory in Latvia for production of this technologically advanced wire. To meet this goal, we built a strong team, interdisciplinary team, which cover all fields such as alloys and production development, magnetohydrodynamics in physics, nanomaterials and nanoscience technology, metals and alloys, tribology, and more. So we open for collaboration. Let's go to stars together. Thank you for your attention. Please, your questions.
Thank you for your presentation. So it's nice. Okay. So my question is, when search the similar materials on the web, so there are similar materials that there is already existing. So could you explain the most unique selling points of your product?
Yeah. Yes, I'll explain you. So currently used the material, which I mentioned in my presentation, is calm alloy with scandium content. We are developing analog, but with much lower content of scandium, because scandium is a kind of a rare material with quite high cost. We're going to reduce this content, but it's only start, because we're going to introduce nanoparticles to provide right structure and tailored properties. And actually, we believe that scandium content should go almost to zero, and we're going to substitute to nanoparticles. And therefore, we need very highly efficient and actually not very well developed technologies such as magnetohydrodynamics, which we're going to introduce in our process. It's our current know-how in innovation. A scandium alloy, it's like basement to start.
Yeah, I know. Okay, thank you.
Yes, and one more addition. Sorry, that it's a more. It as I stated is has higher strengths and other parameters in comparison with other alloys. So we a little bit already for one, maybe half a step, maybe one step over the existing materials.
And then another question from me. So do you have any patent?
Yes, we prepare 2 patents for materials and for technology. It's under processing and under submission right now, but also we think about know-how, because you know, we have great your neighbor, which you very like copy everything which is readable. So maybe something key moments where we keep a know-how, but it's also possible to give a partner if foreseen co-investment and so on.
Okay, thank you.
So in Japanese market, what is your expectation? Are you looking for the as you mentioned, like other partners? So are you looking for like distributors as well, or the clients, or?
Yes, we have very big expectation on Japanese market, because you're developing your own space program and going to send a human into space, and we will be happy to help with this, because production of space rocket, it's not massive production. And 3D printing, it's one of the real solution, because you not needed 100,000 rockets per month, maybe just a few per year. And it's absolutely meet requirements of 3D printing. It's first of all. Second, we're going to introduce hybrid 3D printing process, which is require robotic solution, and Japan is #1 in the world in a robot implementation and building solution. So we're going to develop this hybrid process, which allow produce bigger parts up to 10 meters and maybe more, much faster, with high properties and with a lower cost. Yeah, and talking about patent, you asked it. It's we doing that not to be covered or like competitive with existing Airbus Skalmaloy patent. It's quite challenging because it's very similar, and we do everything to substitute and minimize the scandium content, as I mentioned. Yeah, we having another chemical formula for this for alloy.
That's quite interesting technology, and also the recyclable and light material for the aerospace and also the space production is fine. I think it's quite possible and potential even in Japanese market, because currently the several Japanese production in the factory are seeking to find out the business for the aerospace, and also that they just started to utilizing the 3D printers. But in case of the 3D printer, this material itself have a uniqueness. It will be the competitiveness of the products. Yes. So I'm so interested in your materials. But I think that the point of the patent, it's based on the it's depend on your strategies. Strategically, listing is not a good or not. It depends on your decision. So it's patent is not matters. And also these kind of materials, I think the very difficult point is the technology to produce the alloy, and also the technology to utilizing that such a high tensile materials. Even in an extrusion, it's quite difficult to handle it.
We have developing already in small batches in our lab whole production from formulation of the alloy, modification with nanoparticles using electromagnetic effects, and casting, continuous casting of wire, and make it thinner without extrusion. So it's a key difference. It's a key difference because, sorry, I don't know, Your Excellency, if we're talking about metallurgy.
That is the point, your uniqueness and strengths.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, maybe time delay. Talking about patenting, we will be happy to cooperate with you and hear your suggestion, because you have experience, because we know that China could copy very quickly everything because budget is very high and Latvia is very small. And we're thinking 100 times, should we put something in a patent as a written matter or keeping on our minds as a know-how? So it's a key moment, and definitely with investor and our co-founder, he's sitting next to me, but we have to keep distance in 2 meters. Sorry, maybe I can show the. Yes, yes. Officially, we're hiding. But Alexei, it's a great engineer from Russia. He moved to Latvia, got a residence permit, got a few projects by this invention, and Latvia support him strongly in this way. But definitely, we're not building a rocket, unfortunately, because due to budgets and population, and we see on Japan, it's very tiny country, but with high ambitions, actually in USA, building a rocket by 3D printing take 60 days, 60, yeah. And one of this component, it's a fuel tank, cryogenic fuel tank. And it's really feasible to do it in very short time using additive manufacturing, which we're going to develop.
Thank you, Andre. And I think we will get very good conversations. So I would suggest that, of course, we will help you to explore the product in Japan market. How about the Ella-san? Yeah, my friend. Yeah. So are you willing to talk to them further, right?
Let's have an extra round later.
Yeah, okay. Okay. And my friend, yeah, showed a strong interest in your product. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So
I gotta tell you, but he's a big guy. You'll be lucky.
thank you very much for your evaluation. Let's keep a
So because it's quite complicated thing, okay? So that we will arrange another meeting, yeah. So among our organization, you and the organization, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much for your evaluation, and thank you from our inventor.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
And so we would like to welcome the second presenter from Zero. Sorry, I don't know the pronunciation.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's called Zero. So my name is Oskars. Hi. Just a second, I'm gonna prepare my presentation. All right. I think you already see the screen, so that's good. So my name is Oskars again, and I would like to present you our recent project and product that we are starting very extensively and very fast. It's called Alter Mail, and we are reclaiming the privacy and data back to users globally. Since we already know that global tech companies and also global companies that are working in email service provider, we know that in last year also Gmail itself couldn't provide the services almost for 7 hours. That costed around like a lot of 100 millions of losses around worldwide. And also there's been a lot of hearings in USA by Congress about big tech companies using and selling the data that are included also in email, and also using for advertisements and other purposes. So basically about AutoMail itself, so we are using blockchain, a smart protocol, in order to provide users the top security level for data and also data sharing. And we are using asymmetric encryption, and that is one of the main key components in the blockchain smart protocol. As we know, then cryptocurrency and also the blockchain itself is pretty new worldwide in terms of technology and how we can use it for payments, but also for data and communication. So we would like to turn this table around globally. And the problem that we see in the email service market is that the big tech companies hold the most valuable data, only few of them, and they are selling to third parties and exploiting the data. Also, the rising costs that are coming from these monopolies, since there's no other good alternative on the market with the best user experience and the security level. And then, of course, the rising potential cyber attacks or cyber pandemic, as we call from the World Economic Forum, as Mr. Schwab also informed that this year and the next years are super tight in regards of cyber attacks. As we know, then SolarWind and also the things that happened before on cyber attack and also data leakage is huge costs, and also questions the security level from technological side. And of course, the rising demand of alternative email for more secured way of handling sensitive information. And as I mentioned before, the solution itself is using the smart protocol and imagine replacing the crypto transaction, the value, by an email, aka the data. So in that way, we can secure the transmission between parties about the data that we want to send. And how to advance the product in the market and make product market fit. So we are concentrating on delivering the best user experience, security and privacy. So the first step is landing page with pre-signups for early access and get traction, building the subscription sales funnel. Then our next step is contacting all crypto platforms, networks, offer them the first year for free, and then they would promote the email service to all of their users, since the ones that are using cryptocurrencies, they are familiar what is a blockchain and how secure is it. And then, of course, after those two steps, we know the volumes, we know the markets, we know how we got the recognition, then we can revisit and adjust the subscription sales funnel in order to enter the rest of the market. The market itself is with solid acquisitions, since it will double from 47 billion to 80 billion, reaching by 2023. And also the hosting services market also growing in a very fast period, since the digitalization and also the COVID pandemic impacted the digital market itself and usage of it. And of course, the main competitors, not kind of competitors, but the market share is for the services are Apple Mail, because of the MacBooks and iPhones that you need to use iCloud. So basically, that is the reason why there's like 40%. And then of course it's Gmail and Outlook. Gmail is the most biggest one in worldwide of using email. And of course the milestones of service development. So we have planned this kind of setup to maintain the timeline very fast and strict, in order to achieve already a pre-release in June and July. And regarding the progress so far in 3 weeks, so we have formed up a strong, knowledgeable team, development, innovation, blockchain technology, and cryptography, also administrative and legal. So we have already searched about what would be the best way and where to register the company. Also, we have finalizing the landing page, and we will be launching it on 1st of May. So the users can already sign up for early beta access. And also we have designed the email service and technical mapping, as well as build a sales funnel for faster market recognition and entry. And yesterday we got confirmation about participating in EIT Digital Venture Program by receiving funding up to 25,000 euros. And about us, so the product development is done by leading experts. So the core team is me. I am the innovator and also the business author of this, and also the developer. And in terms of blockchain technologies, and also about cryptography, so we have Andrius Batminas. He's well known and also a guru in blockchain and cryptography. So we have invited him as the main expert and helping us to build this technology. And also then we have also Arina Golenchenkova. She'll be handling the legal and administrative work. And of course, our culture, we move fast and we do the impossible, constantly innovate, reason from the first principles. And we also are all in and we think like owners. Thank you so much. And we are reclaiming the prize in that back to users globally.
Thank you for your presentations. So this is just double checks. So your competitor is a Gmail and Microsoft and Apple. Is that right?
Not quite, no. Since we are using a new way of technology for security levels as asymmetric protocols and cryptography. So that is the main thing that we differ totally from the already existing users. And there's only one competitor that we have seen in the market. It is called LedgerMail. And LedgerMail is now a competitor to us, since they are using as an extension for this Google Chrome only as an ad extension. And also it is integrated into this G Suite and integrated with Outlook 365. So at the end, there's actually no good solution out there that like really offers this email service provider, like with this most newest way on how we can secure the data, and also the new protocol way. I mean, no encryption now can secure what the blockchain technology can secure.
Yeah, they usually mean that, for example, we are using Gmail, okay, but we are a little bit worried about the security. Then, so when the product comes to the market, so then your idea is that we will stop using the Gmail and we'll start to use the Automail. Am I right?
That's correct. Correct. Yeah.
Okay, understand that. Yeah. So now, so you are still developing a product, right?
Yeah, we are developing product, and we have run all this in venture program. Now we are looking for investors, we are looking for partners, and also for networking. And why also we are looking directly into Japan, because you are one of the biggest markets in terms of Bitcoin users and activities, and also the regulation. So that is one of the biggest things that we like also to express our willingness to work with you, and also possibly either to partner up or either to attract investors.
Yeah. Also, the Japanese people is very good at writing the meaninglessly long email. Okay, that's why we might need your services.
Yeah, that's right. Because in emails we are actually sending so much sensitive data and commercial secrets and everything else that we don't even realize that how much we are attracted to the current solutions, and at the end we don't even question about the security, but we should, because it's the time that we need to really raise a question about security, and this is one of the things that blockchain can offer, and that's why we need to use this protocol and set up everything. So we would like to do this globally as well.
And so who should be the user? Do you have any idea? So who should use your services?
So basically, most of the concentrating we are to B2B segment, of course, because that is the biggest one. But for early signups, I mean, we'll give simple users to test the early access, the beta, and then give us the feedback so we can roll out a better version from the user experience side. Of course, the solution itself will be available to everyone else, but we will be specifically targeting to B2B segment.
Okay.
Sorry, there's.
My question is so you mentioned about the Bitcoin. So fintech startup companies can be the.
Sorry, could you mute the Oksana? I think she needs to be muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
So you mentioned about the Bitcoin. So I think I just came up with that. So you can collaborate with the fintech company and bank companies, because they need the more strict. They need to protect their information. So is it any room to collaborate with them?
Yeah. So basically, we will be also reaching out to the biggest corporates and also the financial sector, since also this encryption that they do on the emails itself and the files, that doesn't really seem to be most sufficient way on how you can secure actually the document, because at the end it still can be breachable and still can be hacked. And also when we are like sending out through multiple servers through TLS networking, and also at the end, like, it can be recaptured and the key can be unlocked. I mean, so blockchain and this protocol means that it's only one way, it's only one token, and we verify with each other, and there's nothing between them.
So we have another friend today, lawyer. Yeah, I think the lawyer need a lot of, I think they only have a secret confidential. Okay. Yeah. Do you have any? What do you think? This is a very secure email. Yeah. MP email.
I usually use email, and tend to write a very, very long email. So,
Reading this one.
so alternative way is very welcome, highly welcome.
Yeah, sorry, your service will be welcome, he said. Yeah. So then I think I understand that maybe it's you are targeting the B2B services, and so Akiko, so shall we talk to because maybe we talk to this infrastructure company as we discussed, right? Yeah, maybe so because we just focusing on the sort of security, and cyber security from that point of view, and let's just talk to the one telecommunication company or the sort of subsidiary. Let's see, what they want.
Sure.
Because we already contacted them before this meeting, but their comment is there's a lot of player in the market. So then, as far as you can show the sort of differentiation from the other services, you said only one competitor, but they said many competitors. Maybe there was some sort of misunderstanding.
Misunderstanding probably because of the technology.
Yeah, and that's why we can clear the all the the different outlets thing. Then once we're ready, I will introduce the sort of the telecommunication company. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. So we will send an email to have another next session.
Yeah. Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Thank you. Yep.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Yeah, now we'd like to welcome this hard presenter from Spraybox.
Yes, hello, everyone. I will try to. Spring of 2020 came with the largest world closings in any peacetime ever experienced, as the countries closed their borders and restricted public life, as the concerts were cancelled and schools closed, etc. The author of this Spraybox idea is a designer, Mārcis Ziemiņš, who has been engaged in design, installations, and development of unique solutions for several years in the self-managed company Don't Panic. But with the introduction of restrictions, Mārcis also returned to Latvia after a trip abroad. And while he spent time in self-isolation, he had to face the new reality that 19% of the planned work projects and events were cancelled for an unknown period of time. And this silence in the creative everyday also gave an idea of an automatic hand disinfection stand that combines an elegant design with an ease of use, and created our Spraybox company. Examining the existing solutions in the market, Spraybox company quickly realized that market is requiring a product that is practical in use and beautiful in design. And the beginning was very intense. The first model was developed in about a month. Prototyping took place approximately 18 hours per day, 3 weeks from site. We performed tests on various materials such as metal, plastic, veneer, etc. We tested shape, curves, proportions, etc. Interest in our developed product rose quickly, and we started to supply the first models to our customers. The first customer of Spraybox was a Lutheran church. This was followed by Riga Airport, banks, shopping malls, etc. At the moment, we have sold over 1,000 Spraybox stands in Latvia, and around 200 already in Europe market. And we are looking to broaden our network. The first Spraybox models were handmade of plywood frames covered with plastic and sprayed with color. The model we have developed now is the Spraybox C20, which is manufactured by pressing plywood covered with laminate finish in the factory. Contactless spraying system allows to control how much disinfectant is used. Therefore, volume of 5 liters of disinfectant is enough for up to 10,000 sprays. which is very important for places with large number of people. The design of the spray box combines laconism and elegant simplicity, which makes it memorable and allows it fit to any interior by complementing it. Since the beginning of spray box, our main guideline principle has been design, functionality, and quality. We highlight the quality of the product as our greatest value. Constantly looking for the best solution, we have come to a product for which we can say that we are satisfied. Each stand is carefully designed with a focus on the choice of materials, lines, shapes, and coloring. We have also improved the chips, sensors, and hose connections so that they all last as long as possible. We took care of delivering a quality with a sustainable product to our customers. And to visualize for a clearer aid, I will also would like to show a small video of spray box so that it can be seen when used.
Spraybox hand sanitizer. Efficient, contactless, neat. Hard hygiene is now the new normal, and for public places, the hand sanitizer is the new necessity because our hands can pick up things we really don't want, so we have relearned to keep them clean. To support social responsibility, the Spraybox team made disinfection stands cost-friendly, flawlessly working, and good-looking. Instead of unsafe elements, Spraybox has a smart contactless system. We also replaced wasteful splashing with wide and even spray of just 1 milliliter of disinfectant. And as it will be there for a while, we made hand sanitizers hassle-free and fitting in. The quality of Spraybox is field tested. It has already been successfully introduced in the market, but there are still many places that could use efficient, contactless, and neat help for safeguarding. Find out more at spraybox.me.
Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. So, I would like to ask, like, can we use any hand sanitizer with your spray box, or do you have own hand sanitizer?
We don't sell the hand sanitizers ourselves. We leave it to the client to choose himself. There is one restriction that can't be put in the spray box. It can't be anything that is thick or like gel, because it needs to be liquid sanitizer, like water consistence. But because clients have preferences of the percentage of ethanol, and it differs. The only restriction, is the gel and nothing that foams, like soap.
Thank you.
Does it contain any battery or the sort of electric socket? How do you get electricity?
It uses the electric socket. We are still working on the models with a battery, but for now they are from electric socket.
All right.
How about the radio and the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth?
Sorry?
How about the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth?
It doesn't have any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth function, right?
No. It doesn't. It connected to the electricity, and motion sensor picks up hands.
Let me ask you about the size of your product. The size is 1.2 meter, right? Is it one side, and is it possible to customize the height?
Sorry?
Is it possible to adjust the size for the Japanese market?
Well, the height is 1.2, and for now, as the models are manufactured in the factory, then they are in the press forms, which can't be adjusted. It's like a standard 120 height and 30 centimeters wide and 30 centimeters depth.
And the strength of the product is the design.
Yes.
Yep. Apart from design, what is the characteristic point of the product?
It is easy to maintain. The motion sensor supplies a contactless hand disinfectant system. It is rather economical because at the first the disinfectants were really expensive, and we checked with our customers that it actually helped them to save the disinfectant. And because the amount of the spray is adjustable from 1 milliliter to 2 milliliters, and yeah, those are our that is for a large amount of people.
Okay, and the reason why I asked the electricity is that I understand your products are CE certificate, right?
No, this certificate is still in progress. Yeah.
But you should have a CT certificate or not? You should have it, or it is not necessary?
It is not necessary. It is not necessary. It is something that we would like to do, and therefore it is in progress.
Okay, and similar to the CE, and maybe in Japan you need to get PSE certificate. P like a Peking, S like a Spain, E like England, PSE. Yeah, you can check it. Or if necessary, we can send information. This is the first thing. Second thing, the logistics, because your products are rather big, and you know, the transport costs should be taken into account, right? Yeah, I think this is a sort of a challenge for you. Yeah, but so we also realize your products have a good design, and so I think the LIAA, I think that you should have it, right? Yeah. Also, today you can find the two customers. One is LIAA, and another one is Ribis or Coffee Pixel. Talk to them first. Yeah. Yeah. So once they want it, yeah, we can talk to the another possible, you know, the users.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Lena, I think there is a possibility that we can, you know, you can introduce a couple of products to put into, let's say, some shopping mall in Fukuoka at a time. So I think that we want to send one product to the embassy of Latvia in Japan. We can talk later. Yep.
Okay.
Any other comment? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So the PSC is anyway the one of the key. You can check it. Yeah. If we need information, we can send it to you.
Okay. Okay.
And the logistic cost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Laura. Now we'd like to welcome Effectio.
Hello, Japan.
Hello, Latvia.
Okay, so I need to, yes, I can share the screen. Do you see my screen?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, my name is Egils, and I'm a CEO of Effectio. And Effectio is an employee engagement platform that makes employees happier, because when employees are happy, they take better care of the client and the company become more productive. So what top problems we are solving here is that, number one, people are being disengaged, and in today's world where a lot of tasks are being complex and we need creative approach, we need this positive and friendly environment The second problem is that we have a lack of data, and a lot of information comes from feedback forums, and we need more data to understand how engaged our employees. And a lot of companies are losing talents just because those companies do not take well care of the well-being of the employees. So these are the top problems. And our solution is Effectio platform that I will show you more in detail. So the first big thing in our platform is gamification, because if you imagine, how it would be to play some board games without the winner, or watch some sports without the scores or without the winners, it would be boring. And the same thing is, with our everyday lives. That is why we involve gamification in the learnings and in the platform. So our innovation is Effectio Score, which we are creating together with scientists from our local university. Our score consists of 4 parts. So the first thing is well-being, because well-being gives energy to the employees. The second thing is growth. In personal and professional, people need to learn more and be better. The third thing is performance. And the fourth thing is social engagement, because people need to have feedback. People need to understand what they are doing right, and they need to have this feedback, in that day when they have accomplished something, not in a yearly review. So we have this artificial intelligence powered real-time data about how employees are interacting with each other, and we can make decisions how to use this data to get better results for the company. So we have these charts based on this, our Effectio score. The managers can look at their employees and try to analyze how they are performing and what they can do better. If we are looking at competitors, that there are a lot of competitors who are trying to be very good at one particular problem, like well-being platforms, feedback platforms, rewards platforms. We are creating all in one engagement platform. And in the future, we want to connect with those other platforms to get data from them, and then also improve and give the data to the companies. So our core team consists of professionals with 10 plus or 15 plus experience in IT and in business development. And our timeline is that 3 years ago, we started with physical activities tracking. Then we upgraded with social engagement. Then we added micro-learning. And right now we have built this new tool, which is related to the Effectio score. And in the future, our main goal will be to have this platform offered in different countries. So long-term goal, as I already mentioned, is this all-in-one platform connected with some health score. With we already are partnering up with local medical facilities to analyze the DNA and blood samples to try to connect this data with the performance indicators of each employee, and also to add more data and more artificial intelligence, so that this would be a very good tool so that the companies could hire based on this data the best employees for the position that they need to cover. So our pricing, 80% comes from the monthly payments of the platform, and our clients are, I would recommend a minimum of 50 employees that are participating in this platform. And we also offer customized solutions like audit and individual challenges. So this is our current monthly recurring revenue based on the existing platform that we are offering to the clients. And why Japan? Because Japan has a huge e-learning opportunities for the corporate training. And our first investor 3 years ago was from Japan. So it is time to go back and show what we have created. And also we see in a lot of those well-being and other surveys that Japan, as well as other countries, are lacking in some of those well-being problems. And we see that this tool is a solution. And we are also looking, we are raising our investments for the next round. And when we will close this, we will need to have a clear strategy or to which markets we should go and what kind of activities we should do. And it would be great to find a partner and to understand the Japan's market better, to understand if this could be our go-to-market in the future. So thank you very much. This is my presentation, and looking forward for your questions.
Okay, so hi, thank you for your presentation. So my question is, so how many users, how many clients right now?
So we have around 10 clients and around 600 users right now. So these are the paid users, but we have also testing with another couple of hundred users who right now is in the test phase, but are not still paid clients.
And then most of the users are in Europe or Latvia.
Most of the users are in the Baltic states because some of the companies are using it for the offices. The companies have offices in different countries, so they are using this to connect those employees together with this one engagement platform.
Okay, thank you.
I have one question. I'm interested in how your system and you evaluate the motivation at real time. How do you evaluate it?
How do we evaluate the motivation?
Yep.
Well, at this point, I would say this is based from company to company, because we don't have enough data right now. The software has been up only for like 6 months at this level. So when we have this, like when we were talking with scientists, when we will have 5,000 people using the platform for at least a year, then we will have better understanding how to precisely measure. Right now, we are working individually, like scientists actually are working individually with one or another company, and then we are trying to measure based on what already the HR in the company is already having. So this will be solved in the future, and we don't have a very clear this measurement right away.
Thank you very much. So in my understanding, it's important to have like a POC project to set each like KPI or something for improving the motivation.
So, well, I would say this would be ideally, but when you look at the scientific researches, what kind of activities are good for employees, then I would say that we already are doing a lot because of what kind of activities we have created for those companies. And companies can then have this benefit just by, like, for example, one of the most popular challenges is the health month. So during this 1 month, people are sharing what kind of healthy snacks they are eating. They are learning about what gives them energy. They are sharing their daily steps and physical activities. So it is not directly connected with tasks and with projects, but at the same time, when we are doing surveys before and after this health month, we see that there is an increased this engagement. And what I would like to add is that it's something that we didn't expect, that managers and company owners, they see the ideas of the employees. Like, for example, another very popular challenge is values, regards company values. And when the people have these tasks, like, how do you see this business value, or how do you this company value, how do you do this in your personal life? And then they share some picture or some text, and those managers learn a lot from that, and they have these great ideas how to improve the business. So this is a very good feedback mechanism also for the managers.
Thank you very much. Interesting.
Actually,
actually we can find a similar system even in Japan, and also I think currently Japanese companies gradually getting interested in the well-being. But as you mentioned, in order to evaluate the well-being, we need to check the health, the physical health as well. So that you are planning to evaluate at that point in the future, that your system will be the more better one. But at this moment, it's hard to evaluate your system itself because you are in a process to, brushing up.
Yes. So I would say that right now, the best thing that is working right now is that we have those set of activities that are working great. And we are working closely together with a group of scientists to talk with the companies to find the best activities. So this is what is working great right now. One of our investors is very big, this local, how to say this, pharmacy network. And they have already DNA tests and those blood tests. And right now we are working with them to try to understand how to do better this. We don't have a technical solution yet, and this might take some time. So we are definitely looking forward. But at the same time, if we will use only that, we will have much smaller market size. So that is why we are building right now with what we already have. Because if you look at the world, if you look at the Crunchbase, if you look at the competitors, there are a couple of things that you have to understand. Number one, there is no one great competitor. This is quite a new niche, and there are huge opportunities in this for the ones who will be, the first ones to have the most clients. The second one is that a lot of those competitors are getting tens or even hundreds of millions of investment with very few clients, because investors understand that this will be, the next thing in the businesses. So we understand that too, and we know that we will make some kind of mistakes, but we have to move fast, and we have to risk it. And that is why, we are in this presentation, and we are, traveling virtually around the world to, see what is working and what's not.
Sure. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you for the presentation. And I want to tell you one thing, because I think now your team, 3 of your team are on the screen, no? Only one. All right. I'll see. Yeah, because someone looks very happy. Also, you see my team, yeah? All the members are happy. I don't have to judge. Everybody's happy, but except our team, yeah? A lot of the company need their technology, okay? And I think that in Fukuoka, there's one startup, they are sort of checking this sort of smile. I think it's the same concept, but from the different method. I think that it might be good to talk to this company as well, yeah, to just exchange idea or seeking some collaboration. This is one thing. Second is we know the one company is called Seiko Electric, not this watch Seiko, another Seiko, and they are quite keen to to improve the sort of health, including mental health conditions in the company. Yeah, we will send the information to you. Third, and we have some contact with one sort of IT company, and their main client is local government. Yeah, so I assume not now, but in the future, some of the local government might have a requirement to check the health of the public servant. I say that, okay? And these 3 companies have just come to our mind, yeah? So at least we will talk to this Smile company and also this health sensitive company first, and come back to you.
This would be very great. And thank you very much for the idea that government at sooner or later might do this as that all the employees should have this, health check, because this is a great idea and we should also think about this in the future. So thank you very much for this.
Yep.
Thank you so much for your presentation.
And thank you for listening.
We'll keep in touch.
Yes, looking forward for the email and some further communication to you. And have a good day.
See you again, Latvia.
Yes, and see, maybe in Japan. Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you. Now we'd like to welcome the last presenter of today's event, Iveta Beckman. Sorry, I'm not going to have confidence for the pronunciation of your name.
Yes, hello to everyone. I'm Iveta Vecmane, and I'm the designer of a label. And today my presentation will do my business colleague, Edita Danase, so I give a word for her.
Thank you, Iveta, for giving me such an honor to present you. Good day, hello, ladies and gentlemen from Japan. It's a big opportunity for us to do presentation for you.
Yes, go ahead. Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not authorized to share presentation. So while I'm waiting for right to do that, I will solve problem by just doing the presentation, because as I see, as I understand, you already received presentations from.
We do. Yeah. So we will put your presentation on the screen.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course, we are so kind,
Yeah, we know, because then.
Yeah. So can you see the screen?
Yes. Yeah, it's fantastic. Thank you.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah.
So today my pleasure is to represent Iveta Vecmane brand. I will start in a bit different order, not as it is in the presentation. I will say a few words. What does it mean, Iveta Vecmane? Who is she? And how it started, because the idea of a brand came from her. Iveta Vecmane, she studied in the Arts Academy of Latvia, and then during the studies, she worked on the first presentation, but the background is really impressive. Yes, thank you. We can stay with that. Background is very impressive because more than 10 years she worked as a stylist, and through that experience, she learned a lot of things what you see right now in the brand. And also she is passionate about the fashion. And yeah, that's not only the brand, that's not only the business, that's her life you see in this brand. So that's why the philosophy and again, one intro. We in Latvia, we the same as you in Japan. We respect the culture a lot. And for us, during the hard times, Soviet era, even more important was to care our heritage and national costume. And the philosophy of the brand, Iveta Vecmane, is to combine the heritage of a national costume, taking it to the future and nowadays. So philosophy is navigating gracefully between these past and future, exploring heritage and finding out how to represent it in everyday's life for the women who wanna represent themselves through the values of contemporary design and the heritage in the same time. Because of that, the focus is on silhouette, on techniques, folding the fabric, and elegant play of distinctive elements. And the vision of the brand is to be functional and timeless in the same time, fashionable to design fashionable clothing made of finest and highest quality materials, organic, natural materials, wool, lightweight wool, silk, linen, and cotton. Our customers the ladies, first of all, these are ladies. Ladies who are wearing our costumes are different kind. Well, mainly they are in their 35 and more years, because in that period of time, women understand themselves and they would like to represent their values through the costume, the dress they are wearing. And we are happy to hold in our clients such ladies as the first lady, the wife of the president, politicians, but in the same time we see so different ladies coming out in our studio and willing to wear that costume, because you see on me I have two Iveta Vecmane jacket. It's something you can combine with different pieces in everyday's life, and at the same time you can wear it in a serious official event and celebrations. Collections. Now, about collections, already we launched 5th collection of Iveta Vecmane. The collections when we started designing and launching collections, it was thought to have one collection per year. Now there will be two collections per year, and even we launched accessories which can be combined with Iveta Vecmane clothes. There are belts, hats, and we understood that in between the seasons of Iveta Vecmane ordinary collections, clients are looking for something more simpler, can be worn in everyday's lives. That's why we started last year to produce and sell T-shirts, and we want to even increase assortment variety in that segment too. What's good for in Iveta Vecmane case, you see in that visual that stands out of the tendencies in the fashion. It's something very timeless, and at the same time it looks both feminine, but there is the something from masculinity too, because it's interesting that the story behind it that's combined from the costume of man and woman in it. About the business models, how we work, as both of us, we are very experienced and I would say very experienced for Latvia in retail. I used to run by myself Latvian fashion store Taste Latvia, which was the biggest Latvian fashion retail chain in Latvia for several years. And Iveta Vecmane was my colleague. So that's why we really know by heart how it is to be a retailer. We believe it really helps us to understand that doing the business means making partners, not order makers or buyers. And with that respect, we design our sales strategy and execution. We really value every client's demands, and because the collection is we call it the affordable luxury, and it's not produced in thousands of pieces, but let's say it depends on the complexity of the piece. In right now, in between 50 and more pieces, we can tailor the demand. We can tailor it for specific demands, and we really are looking to the Japan as a market, Scandinavia we see, and Russia. Why? Because we are in between is a huge distance, and we are coming from very different cultures. But what is common to Latvia and Japan is the philosophy behind the culture. Both of us, I would say, we value in the style aesthetics, focus to the details and natural materials, and we both we both very care of sustainability too, and that's why we see that in between our cultures, Japanese and Latvian, is a lot of similarities. Even though, as I'm working in the design, we know that now is
Sorry for interrupting, but we have only 5 minutes left. So
okay.
We have some questions from our side.
Okay,
so,
thank you.
Yeah.
So I said.
Yeah. Oh,
I said the main things. Thank you. Yeah, we are really open to collaboration. We look with beliefs that we can find out ways how to collaborate. And now we are in the stage that we are in the creative industries incubator, and we are improving our business models to find out way how to produce in big number less expensive our apparel designs. Thank you.
So what is your expectation in Japanese market? Like
we are not right now in the Japanese market, but we are hoping that we will find way to be there, because we believe our aesthetics and timeless pieces will be valued by Japanese women.
Yeah, we are the timeless because every day we work hard. We don't have time. We reach timeless. And you are talking about the sort of collaboration with the partner. And can you give me more idea in what kind of partner you are looking for in Japan?
As we are, Yvette Watzman is the brand who is in the affordable luxury segment in our timeless pieces, for example, costumes and jacket and skirt. The retail price is somewhere like 500, 700 euros. We are looking for the multi-brand boutique stores which have similar customer base. The women who are looking for that timeless feminine clothes, which are in natural colors, but with the specific, no nuances on the details. So boutique stores we see, multi stores we see be represented.
So you are looking for the retailer.
Yeah.
Retailer is not partner, yeah, but a business partner, yeah.
I thought the partner who will be representing us in the Japan, and because we believe that partner will be knowing better the Japanese market, and will give us advice and represent us in the best way. So the formula how to do business in Japan will depend on the partner.
So now you are selling your dresses in Latvia, right?
Yes.
And who is your customer?
We are selling right now the physical store representation we have in Latvia, and we are representation in several e-stores right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but what kind of the sort of persona? And I mean the sort of high-end community, society, or rich people, or what kind of people are your customers?
What kind of people are our customers? The customers are ordinary persons, women, those who are in different working positions. They can be creatives, those who work in the culture field or in middle management or high management. There's no need specifically for celebrities. The persons who value timeless design, feminine look, and like buying one piece instead of several, which is very trendy in concrete season. I hope I answer it.
Yep, thank you. One of our quick idea is talk to the one university and who has a sort of fashion sort of the courses. So I don't know what kind of collaboration you can find, but anyway, there's a lot of students who had an interest in the fashions. And what is it? Say, it's a small step, but at least better than nothing. Maybe there might be the sort of the hidden value. Yeah. So for the retailer part, it's a little bit the long way to go, but the most important thing is to make exposure in Japan. Okay. So whatever you do, as far as the people are aware of your product in the design in Japan, yeah, they get more information about that, then there might be more possibility. Okay. So also there's a lot of the great product in the world, but if we don't know, so we have no way to access it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's clear. That's I fully agree. We should be known a bit more in Japan, and then we can find out a way how to be represented.
Yeah, the name of school is a Japan University of Economics, but the name is economics, but they are running for businesses, including fashions. Mm-hmm. And we have some contact with them. Yep.
I'll talk to them about your brand, then I'll keep in touch with you. Yeah.
Super. Thank you a lot. It will help. Yeah, Ella. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and hope seeing you in Riga someday. Thank you for honor.
Thank you so much. Okay, so now we are done with all our programs today. So Anna, do you have any comments?
No, I would just like to thank everyone for the great presentations. I think there was a big diversity between the companies and the participants. So I do hope that each of the companies will find their own ways to explore the opportunities in Japan. And hopefully we'll also keep in touch with you from both LIAA and from the GSC FUKUOKA side. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for participation today. So after this event, we will send you a questionnaire about today's event. To improve our online event, your feedback is very, very important for us. So I'd appreciate your cooperation for the questionnaires. So, Lulu, do you have any comments?
No, okay. I think the first that we have to eat coffee pixel. Yeah, I think this is maybe the first step we should do. Yeah, Raibis, I will ask the city village to give you more order. Do not worry.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone, and we are looking forward to seeing you at our next event. Thank you so much for today.